Hello grades and learners. Here is a video to guide you in understanding Mathematics CLAID Module 4A with the topic Determining the nth term of a geometric sequence. The general term of a geometric sequence is represented by a sub n equals a sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1, where the first term is a sub 1, r is the common ratio, and n refers to the position of the term or the number of terms of the given geometric sequence. So let's have some examples. Find the ninth term of the sequence 5, 10, 20, and so on. So our solution is gagamitin natin ang general term of the geometric sequence. So unang gagawin is identify ang values ng a sub 1, r, and n. So we have here a sub 9 is equal to 5 times 2 raised to 9 minus 1. Ang a sub 1 natin is the first term. So in our sequence, we have 5. Ang common ratio natin ay 2. So para makuha yung common ratio, di ba, nagawa natin dati sa mga previous lessons natin, we divide 2 consecutive terms. So 1 term divided by its preceding term. So 10 divided by 5, kaya naman 20 divided by 10. So the answer is 2. Doon natin nakuha yung common ratio. And ang n natin is 9 kasi siya yung hinahanap natin, the ninth term. So kung makikita ninyo, we have a sub 9. Next is we simplify the exponents. So ang mangyari, we have 5 times 2 raised to 9 minus 1 is 8. Anong ibig sabihin ng 2 raised to 8? Ang 2 raised to 8, hindi siya 2 times 8 na 16. Ang ibig sabihin ng 2 raised to 8, so the exponent would tell you how many times would you multiply the base to itself. So ang 2 raised to 8 is 8 beses imo-multiply ang 2. So 2 times 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 2. So 8 beses. Okay? So, simplify natin muna yung exponent, expression may exponent na 2 raised to 8. And that is 256. So, pag minultiply mo yung 2 ng 8 beses, ang sagot ay 256 times 5. So, the product is the ninth term, and that is 1,280. Next example. Find the eighth term of the sequence, negative 4, negative 12, negative 36, negative 108, and so on. Again, gagamitin natin ang general term of the geometric sequence. So, una muna, alamin natin ang values ng a sub 1, r, and n. So, ang first term natin, or a sub 1, is negative 4. Ang common ratio na 3 ay nakuha natin by dividing 2 consecutive terms. So, yung nahuling term divided by naunang term. So, pwede nyo gamitin yung may pinakamababang mga values na lang, no? Absolute values, ito na lang. So, bale, negative 12 divided by negative 4 is positive 3. Pwede din namang negative 36 divided by negative 12 or negative 108 divided by negative 36. So, 3 pa rin ang lalabas na r or common ratio. And ang n natin ay 8 kasi ang hinahanap natin ay 8th term. Now, simplify natin ang exponent. So, magiging negative 4 times 3 raised to the 7th power kasi 8 minus 1. Sabihin ng 3 raised to 7. So, hindi siya 3 times 7 equals 21. So, ang gagawin natin, 7 times natin i-multiply ang 3 sa sarili niya. And that is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. So, 7 times na gamit ang 3. Then, pagkakuha ng value, and that is 2,187 times negative 4. Again, pag magkaiba ng sign ang minumultiply, the answer is negative. So, a sub 8 is equal to negative 8,748. Next example. Given that a sub 1 is equal to 18 and the common ratio is negative 3, find a sub 6. So, ang hinahanap naman natin dito ay 6 term. So, naka naka-specify na yung A first term and R. So, ipa-plug in na lang natin siya sa ating general term. So, ang hinahanap natin ay A sub 16, given ng first term ay 18, and the common ratio is negative 3. So, ang n natin ay 6 kasi siya yung hinahanap natin. Pang 6th term ang hinahanap natin. Then, simplify natin ang exponent. So, magiging negative 3 raised to 5. So, katulad nung nabanggit natin kanina, so 5 times natin, the exponent would tell you how many times natin i-multiply ang base sa sarili niya. So, negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3. Ngayon, kapag ang base natin ay negative at ang exponent natin ay odd, so the answer is negative. So, yun nga, negative 243. So, pwede nyo gamitin yung concept na yon para ma-check ninyo kung tama, kung negative or positive ba ang sagot. Okay? Kapag ang base lang ay negative. So, pag ulitin ko, pag ang base ay negative at ang exponent ay odd, matik that the sign of the answer is negative. Pero, if the base is negative and the exponent is even, the answer is positive. So, since ito ay odd, so negative 243. So, pwede nyo gamitin ang calculator ninyo to check your answers. So, may special function ang calculator ninyo para mas mapabilis ninyong isolve yung expression with mga exponents. Okay, now going back, so we have negative 243 times 18. Again, magkaiba ng sign ang minumultiply, so the answer is negative. So, negative 4,374 is the 6th term of the sequence. Next, given that a sub 1 is equal to negative 16 and r is 0.04, find a sub 8. So, this time, try naman tayo ng example na may decimal na common ratio. So, naka-specify na ulit ang mga values ng first term and common ratio and n. So, plug in natin sa ating general term. So, a sub 1 is negative 16. The first term is negative 16. The common ratio is 0.04. At ang n natin ay 8 kasi pang 8th term yung hinahanap natin. Simplify natin ang exponent. So, we have 8 minus 1 is 7. So, ano ba ang 0.04 raised to the 7th power? So, pwede nyo gamitin ang calculator ninyo. So, pwedeng 0.04 times 0.04. So, 7 times yon. O kaya, gamit kayo ng function sa calculator ninyo na may exponent. Para mas mapadali ang pag-solve ninyo ng may exponent. So, after finding the value of 0.04 raised to the 7th power, so multiply natin siya with negative 16. So, the answer ay any of these two. So, in some calculators, naka-scientific notation siya. That is negative 2.62 times 10 raised to negative 9. Sa iba naman ay naka-decimal form. So, we have negative 0.262 billions. Next example, if a sub 1 is equal to 81 and a sub 2 is equal to 54, find a sub 6. So, gamitin natin ang general term. Meron na tayong first term. Meron na tayong value of n. Ang hinahanap na lang natin ay r. So, para makuha natin ang common ratio, di ba? Divide two consecutive terms. So, yung succeeding term divided by the preceding term. So, since we have here first term and second term, so ang gagawin natin, second term divided by first term. Yung nahuling term divided by naunang term. So, to find the ratio or the common ratio ng geometric sequence na to, so we have 54 divided by 81. So, para ma-simplify natin to, no, i-reduce natin sa lowest term, divide natin by 27 over 27. So, 54 divided by 27 is 2. And then, 81 divided by 27 ay 3. So, ang common ratio natin ay 2/3. Now, pwede na natin i-plug in ang values sa general term. So, we have here a sub 6. So, hinahanap natin. First term is 81. Common ratio ay 2/3. And we have 6 minus 1. So, ang n natin ay 6. Yun ang term na hinahanap natin. Simplify natin ang exponent. So, we have 2/3 raised to the 5th power times 81. So, paano ba ang 2/3 raised to the 5th power? So, pwede siya 2/3 times 2/3 times 2/3 times 2/3 times 2/3. So, 5 beses. O kaya naman, sa law of exponents na napag-aralan ninyo noon, so, distribute natin itong 5 sa numerator and denominator. Kumbaga, 2 raised to 5 and 3 raised to 5. Okay, again, 2 raised to the 5th power and 3 raised to the 5th power. So, ano ba ang 2 raised to the 5th power? Or 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. At ano ba ang 3 raised to the 5th power? Or 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. So, yun ang kailangan nyong makuha. And that is 32 over 243. So, pagkakuha natin ng simplified form nitong fraction na to, so, multiply natin by 81. Now, 81 times 32 over 243. So, pwede rin natin itong gamitan ng calculator. So, pwedeng direct nyo na, no? 81 times 32 over 243. Pwede rin namang 81 times 32, tapos yung sagot divided by 243. Kaya naman, pwede tayong mag-cancellation. Itong 81 and 243 ay pwedeng i-divide by 81. So, 81 divided by 81 is 1. Then, 243 divided by 81 is 3. So, kapag minultiply mo ito by 1, yung natira, so, the answer is 32 over 3. So, 1 times 32 is 32, then copy lang yung denominator na 3. So, kahit anong proseso, as long as walang nalalabag na concept, accepted yon. Okay, so, a sub 6 is equal to 32 over 3. So, saan pa natin pwedeng gamitin ang general term? So, sagutan natin yung isa sa mga question doon sa inyong module under Let's Connect. So, what is the first term of the geometric sequence with an 8th term of 500 and a common ratio of 1/5? So, ang hinahanap natin ay yung a sub 1. Meron ng a sub n at meron ng common ratio. So, ano ang a sub n natin? So, since may isang term na given dito, 8th term na 500, so ang a sub n natin would be 500. Ang a sub 1 natin ay hinahanap pa rin natin, so as is a sub 1. Given sa problem, ang common ratio ay 1/5, so we have r is 1/5, and ang n natin ay 8. Kasi ang ginamit nating term dito ay 500, so pang ilan ba si 500? So, pang 8 daw siya, kaya ang n natin ay 8. So, simplify natin ang ating exponent. So, we have 500 is equal to a sub 1 times 1/5 raised to the 7th power. O, ngayon, may fraction tayo dito. So, raised to 7. So, 1 raised to 7 is 1. Then, 5 raised to the 7th power. So, 5 times 5 times 5 ng 7 times, ano? So, ang kalabasan nun ay 78,125. 500 equals a sub 1 times 1 over 78,125. So, pwedeng divide both sides by 1 over 78,125 para ma-cancel out to. Para a sub 1 na lang ang matira on one side of the equation. O kaya, multiply na lang natin, no? Cross-multiply kumbaga. 500 times 78,125, tas ito, divided by 1. So, hindi naman magbabago ang sagot doon, ano? So, multiply na lang natin tong dalawa. So, the first term is, so, 39,062,500. Again, minultiply natin si 500 kay 78,125. Next, sagutan natin ang Let's Take the Challenge sa inyong module. In the geometric sequence 24, -18, 27 halves, and so on, which term is 2,187 over 512? So, in this case, kung gagamitin natin ang general term of the geometric sequence, may first term na tayo, and that is 24. Makukuha natin ang common ratio from this given. So, ang hinahanap natin ay ang n, yung position ni 2,187 over 512. So, i-plug in natin ang values. So, ang a sub n natin would be the term na hinahanapan natin ng position. And that is 2,187 over 512. First term is 21. At ang common ratio natin ay negative 3/4. Saan galing ang negative 3/4? So, kunin natin ang ratio ng first and second. Pwede rin namang second and third. Kaso, medyo magiging komplikado pagka sinolve mo kasi merong integer tapos may fraction. So, dito na lang tayo sa unang dalawa. So, para makuha ang ratio, second term, succeeding term, divided by the preceding term. Second term divided by the first term. So, we have R is negative 18 over 24. Ngayon, ang negative 18 and 24, pwede siyang i-lowest term. So, divide natin by 6 over 6. Okay? So, kaya lumabas si negative 3/4. So, negative 18 divided by 6 is negative 3. Then, 24 divided by 6 is 4. So, doon ang galing yung negative 3/4 na R dito sa solution natin. And ang N natin ay as is. Kasi siya yung hinahanap natin. Okay, so ang target natin ay itong expression na lang na ito ang matira on one side of the equation. So, para ma-eliminate natin si 24 dito, no, divide both sides natin by 24. So, ito, pag divide natin to by 24, maka-cancel out na siya, no. Ito naman, so, pwede nyong gamitan ng calculator ninyo, no, 2,187 over 512 divided by 24. So, ang magiging kalabasan dyan ay 729 over 4,096. Ang next natin gagawin ay, so since on the right side of the equation, may fraction tayo, tas dito sa left may fraction din tayo. So, gagawin natin silang equal ang values. So, since given na dito na ang numerator ay 3 at ang denominator ay 4, i-express natin ang numerator ng left side with the base of 3 at ang denominator ng left side with the base of 4. So, paano yun? Ang 729, pwede natin siyang isulat as 3 raised to the 6th power. 3 times 3 times 3 ng 6 times. So, if you want to check, so that the answer is 729. Ganun din ang 4, no? 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 or 4 raised to the 6th power. Ang sagot ay 4,096. So, sinimplify natin siya into this expression. Ngayon, kung mapapansin nyo, ang numerator at denominator ay pareho ng exponent. So, pwede natin siyang isulat as quantity 3/4 raised to the 6th power. Okay, kasi pag dinistribute natin siya dyan, ito rin yung kalabasan. So, babalik tayo dito, no? So, nilabas lang natin yung common exponent ng numerator and denominator. So, we have quantity 3/4 raised to 6th power equals quantity negative 3/4 raised to n minus 1. So, ano kaya ang value ng n that will yield the same answer dito sa left side? So, since ito ay 6 na, so, para maging 6 din itong n minus 1, so, ang n natin ay magiging 7. So, 7 minus 1 is 6. Eh, ma'am, bakit ganun? Ito positive 3/4, ito negative 3/4. Tandaan, kung naalala niyo sinabi ko kanina, ang negative na base raised to an even exponent, the answer is positive. So, ito, negative 3/4 raised to the 6th power, magiging positive pa rin siya. At 3 raised to the 4th power, 3 over 4 raised to the 6th power. So, pareho pa rin, positive din ang magiging sagot. So, our n is equal to 7. Happy learning!